Okay, welcome to the Forgotten City. Oh, I thought there would be like a big title screen here, but there isn't. This is a game made by probably most of the same people who made a mod for Skyrim of the same name. It functions it's the same mostly, but there's some differences. Let's get into it. Would ramble on forever. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. This is a mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. Present day. Who are you? I am from ancient Greece.
You're alive! When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Random woman. Small, skeletal fingers. Or dry ass hands. My hands are pretty dry. They're pretty pale. What? Enter my name. Come on. My name is Jeff. Corvax. There we go.
It's nice to meet you. And
sorry, that's zoom
I'm
in.
sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
On a covert mission. All these have stats. Years of studying history gives you occasional insights into the ancient world. Soldier, you have a military issue firearm. Only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously since there's no way to get more. I didn't realize you could bring a gun with you. Fugitive, your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet and you're 25% faster in sprinting. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Is this useful? This or this are good. This could be good if I'm bad at puzzles. And I'm not bad at puzzles. So I'm gonna hit the amnesiac.
It does look like you took a pretty hard blow to the head. You're just lucky you've been given a second chance. Which is why I feel terrible for what I'm about to say, but I have a favor to ask. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is,
why does your sweater look wet?
You wouldn't mind going in there to find him?
She did just pull me out of her.
If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Mind if I ask a few questions?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy.
You've got some buck-ass teeth.
What do you want to know?
What's your story?
Oh,
She talks for too
not
long.
much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even gonna tell me your name?
I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Why do you want to tell me?
Alright, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Okay. All those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But right now,
She's
I
like,
have
what?
bigger
What is it? What?
problems,
What's
like
a meme?
finding Al.
Me. Who is
He's
Al?
the guy who washed up on
Sure, with
before
you.
you did.
There you go.
I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not.
I don't
But
know, Al.
maybe
I just
the
told
two
you
of
I'm
you
an
can piece together
amnesia.
what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where are
You
we?
really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Is that river special for any reason? I forget, I've heard that name before. I don't remember what that one's about. What about
Not
the ruins?
much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts.
Where are you looking?
Al...
Maybe try calling
What
for
am
help?
I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay, I'm gonna go do my
Great.
thing now.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'm going for a priceless artifact now. Sure.
Thank you. The entrance is just past
We'll
those
do
columns
this.
behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What? Oh. Just floats into view. Well. What's that? Can I eat that?
The ruins are just beyond those columns. Please, hurry.
An old wooden rowboat. Karen must have used it to rescue you from the river. Oh, they don't let me jump back in the ocean. Why am I naked? I don't have sleeves? What's that jump animation? Is weird. Oh. 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 I see. Well, that's a weird button to use. Why not just have F? Okay. I got my flashlight. Okay, you have to be very specific with the fucking rolling. I'm gonna change that real quick. That does not... Just does not make any sense. Is F bound to something already? No. Yeah, I don't care if it's like other stuff. Okay, that actually didn't change it at all. Okay, wait. Set the defaults, yes. Okay, whatever. Flashlight's just gonna be weird like this. Are these the same trees in Skyrim? They look like it. Just a refresher. Game made by... What did they say? 3 or 4 people? Originally made in Skyrim. Definitely kind of has that feel of being like a game made by a few people, but like in a good way. I mean, the water looks silly, but you know, I don't really care about that. Backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still it seems strange that I left it behind. For 4 people, it's good. True. And when did this come out? It also depends on when it came out. If 4 people was really... This came out in 2021. I would say for 4 people, that is good. Because you can make stuff that looks this good nowadays on your own with Unreal Engine 5, but you know, back before the stuff was that easy and accessible, making something like this isn't that easy. Let me see.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
The Android dev didn't even finish the game.
Remained a secret for all this time. Could people have survived down there against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side.
Okay.
Consider this an invitation or a warning. Alworth.
Permanently fixed in place. You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain. But this shall be their final resting place. Okay, yeah, there's no reason I've been avoiding the center of the room, by the way. I'm just, you know, I just feel like I don't want to step in the middle. You know, because maybe this will happen. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, that's not what I expected to happen, but... Wee. And we get dumped in a pool. Gross. Autistic? Why are you saying that? Tastily scrawled Latin graffiti. I can't translate it yet. Anybody speak Latin? Mini semper vigilant. What was that? Oh, that's that's what's happening. They're all looking at me. I don't know, but just saying autism. Okay. Okay, that's creepy. Not too weird. Okay, we got these golden statues just sitting around. Young woman, Roman. In a pose of lamentation. Dude, chill. Chilling. Given its position seems important, if only you could read Latin. If only. What do we got here? What does this look like? An ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. This guy's turning this dude into gold. But he's like, oh shit, chill. I can't speak that. Cloudier mid-stride. Excuse me. No, they don't. Oh, I thought they were automatic. No, I didn't. God, you guys are weird. What you looking at? Roman woman. Seems like just, you know, average Roman city. Collapsed. Full of golden people. Okay, we got quick saves and quick loads. Just like Skyrim. Classic. Classic bit of Skyrim saving, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Goal. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Don't get distracted. Can I kick you? No, it's only the ones that don't turn their head I can kick. Wow. What a big empty place we got here. Well, this part looks nice. Can I kick you? No, not you. Pretty neat. Why don't you go over the waterfall, huh? Yep. Perfect. Just keep. Yep. Oh, come on. Come on. You know you wanna go over. It's gonna be fun. It ain't working, it's gonna work. No, there's an invisible wall for items. Never mind. You're gonna hurt your ego more than anything? My ego. I don't know if that's the exact right saying for that, but again. Looks like, is this Al? Golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al. How is that possible?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did.
No, I
I've
won't.
spent a lifetime in
I'm
this
built
place,
different.
going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right, and I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake.
Don't make the same mistake.
Find out what
Better
awaits
to
you.
push a statue around forever. Okay. So if I go through the doorway up there, I go to the past. she can just chill out there. She's stubborn. When do I get a gun, though? You can start out with a gun, but I want a gun. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a portal, alright. I'll think about it. Oh my god, why it be so hard to push a man on his knees? Come on. Come on. Go over the... I don't like this position that he's in. He got air on that one. Okay, okay. Just fuck, get me out of this place so I don't keep doing that. Whoa. Flashbang. There we go. You stepped into the past. Ooh, pomegranates are good. Roman leaf depicting a great circular portal. Two women. I wonder who they could be. I want a pomegranate. Wow, we're in the past. Hello, man.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Now, what route do we take? Do we take the route of, oh, I don't know where I am? Or we'd be like, I'm from the future, I'm your god. Sir. These are Roman people? No, fuck, I'm your god. I came from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's
We
date?
sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the
AUC.
founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
Chicago. This is before or after Christ. I was Rome? Oh god. I want to say Rome was after Christ?
Hey, not so loud.
Yeah, okay.
Saying that name could land you in trouble here. If you haven't heard, his cultists burned down half of Rome last year. Horrible business. I heard Nero executed some of them, but a lot of people are still angry with them, even down here. So, if you're one of them, keep it to yourself. But listen, most folks seem
I'm gonna
a bit
play the,
confused
like,
when they get here, but
Absolutely
you
honest
seem
person. You're gonna
very
go bye-bye.
lost,
Okay.
in more ways than one. So,
Bye-bye.
let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws.
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
No, thanks. I'll make my own
Look,
way.
you seem like you might need a little extra help, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I showed you the way.
Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing.
All right, friend. Suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've
I'm
spoken
sure-
with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
An achievement: skip the city tour. Yeah, I'm sure everybody who's played this game has done that. to do this tour, but I'm not me. I'm just gonna explore. Okay, so this, I think that tree over there somewhere is where the guy hung himself. So, okay, we're in Rome. Do I have I do have a flashlight still, wow. I guess let's just wander around and see what people are up to. You guys still... Oh yeah, you guys still look at me. I don't like that, don't like that, not one bit. Okay, whatever, we're taking a little side path. I mean, this place looks like it could be pretty fun to live in. I mean, obviously you can't leave and there's no technology, but you know. Feel like you could... Something in the... I think that's like a flower. Feel like you could make it work. Oh, you speak English now. Yup. Can't climb on those. Who am I? I'm SpongeBob. Seems like just a bag over there. Sorry, I didn't mean to look up your skirt. It's hard not to at this angle. Okay, well there's big building in the middle. Guess we're going straight to it. I think people would stop me on the spot and like kill me since I didn't introduce myself to anybody. Like, who the fuck are you? And I'm just running around. So far I haven't seen anybody. Sorry man, I didn't mean to. Okay, fine. Just, I'll leave it be. He's like, you touch my bowler? Fine, fuck you, Sisyphus. Ooh. Locked. Okay. Found a little secret door. Maybe we investigate inside the temple. Oh, hi.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia.
Stop staring at her
Welcome to life
tits.
under the golden rule.
It's like,
It's a ghastly
yeah,
thing, is it not?
how's it going? How's it going?
How are you faring so far?
I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the golden rule? And who or what is
Well, I'm here
responsible
because
for it?
I stepped in a
I still don't have any of
wormhole.
the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
What's your
Here,
story?
in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you get here then?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others.
Did you fall in the river?
When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I was just to end the conversation, I see. So she fell into the river too.
If you like.
Do you know a way
I'm
out?
afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate, and suppose we're all stuck here
Sorry.
until the gods decide our fate.
Christian, maybe?
I hope it
Secret
works out.
Christian? What do you think about the goal? What is the golden rule?
Many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay.
I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth. And that
Well,
all of us
that's-
are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Thinking about this. I mean, I wouldn't say it's one or the other. I think we're built neutral.
You don't think that's a little naive?
I
I
hate
suppose you've
when
never seen what I've seen.
I hate when a
Innocent
game
men
is
and
like
women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and shit.
shit. I hate when a game gives you choices like, is this thing true? And you can be like, oh yeah, it's totally true. I believe that with all my heart. And then it's like, no, that's not true. No, there's no little inkling of truth in that. When it's a nuanced question. We're born neutral. And depending on if your parents are nice and they're smart enough to raise you a correct way, then you will turn out like them. But if they're bad and smart, you will turn out bad. If they're good and smart, you will turn out good. If they're bad and dumb, you will turn out smart. If they're good and bad, you will or good and dumb, it's 50-50. I stand by what I said.
I wish I shared your faith.
So you're a Christian, huh?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with
Oh,
me.
thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
It's kind of weird being in a place where Christianity isn't the majority. Why are you looking like that? How's
All
it going
right,
now?
well, it was lovely to meet you.
Yeah, it's
I look
lovely to
forward
meet you.
getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
What?
Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates.
I don't know.
Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
I don't know
Please,
how.
Ulpius. Help him.
Like, if that's
if
a
he goes through with
sin.
it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Fine, I'll talk to this guy that I don't know. Do you really think his suicide would break the
I
golden
don't
rule?
know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Ah, well. Who are they gonna punish? Oh, you killed yourself? That's 30 lashings. And they're just fucking beating a dead corpse. I don't think it works like that. But alright. I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Go on. Do it. Do a flip. No. Can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
I was just gonna ask you what's
I
wrong.
screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis malleolus for the rest of my life.
I don't know what that means. I can hear every other
Wherever you
piece of
are.
Latin, but I can't.
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Oh shit, well, I tried. I said one thing.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord,
Who did he say?
poor lamb.
I forgot the name. Centilius or something like that? Was that my fault? No, it wasn't my fault. Suicide didn't break the
Well,
golden rule.
I
What
suppose
does
it
that
means
mean?
suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Oh yeah. Christianity doesn't like that. Okay, well what happens
Perhaps let
now?
everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
You seeing this shit? You? Who are you? Your statues don't move. Oh. Oh. But did he? Holy shit! Did he crash through the pool? You think I can make that jump? I think it's like Minecraft. Missing pieces. Seems somebody removed a plaque from here. I'll need to find. I need to find it to decipher the meaning of the obelisk. The obelisk of knowledge. How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? That's fair, but it's, you know, it's like a puzzle. You see what? Well, no, that's actually fair because if you can't really do any testing because if you accidentally break the rule, everybody fucking dies. So that's fair. Was it F5? Wee. Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you.
An achievement. Enter the billing.
Deeply honored to have
Oh my
been
god, man.
elected
He turned into fucking goo immediately.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to elect you magistrate.
Hey man, what's up?
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Mm-hmm.
That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
I don't know. I don't know who you are. What's your
I'm
story?
Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you
Glad
win?
you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
Is that the guy who's currently in charge? Well, how we
By
do
declaring
that?
there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
Do you not see like all the golden stat? I'm pretty sure it's real.
Why? What credible evidence do you have for its existence?
All the creepy statues that move. Even if I can't prove it, I'm right. Then accepting it will avert disaster. What would prove it to you?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
Hey. What do I even call you now? Zeph? How about Zeph? Or do you want Cam still? If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them
Breaking the
freedom
law,
to do
I
as
see.
they wish.
Okay, I don't see nothing I say is gonna convince
True,
you.
but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Figure out how to make Male LeBlouf drop out of the election. Okay. Do you know a way out of
I'm
here?
afraid not. We're stuck down here together.
Zeph,
for
Zephy,
better or
Zephyrin.
worse.
All
We're
are
going to have to
accepted.
make the best
Okay, I'll
of
go
it.
with Zeph. Short names are nice. How you doing, by the way? What do you think about the Golden
You
Rule?
mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
I mean,
I trust you can see yourself out.
I guess.
Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
Oh, the door was locked, and I just jumped in here. Huh. Okay. Small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Ceramic ink jar appears to be made from soot and water. I wonder how good of ink that is. I'm playing Forgotten City, which is a game made by 3 or 4 people who made a Skyrim mod by the same name. It is essentially the same mod, but in game form. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. That's what carrots look like? Been really well. Doing really well. Thanks for asking. How about yourself? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Oh yeah, I've got a flashlight in Roman times, by the way, because I came from the future. No doubt, unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servants' problem. Yeah, that's probably true. Note from Iliu. Suicide note presumably directed at that dude. Yeah, I like this. Ilia to her captors Malus and Claudia. Curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to any for another day. Debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all eternity. Okay. Yeah, Romans really did love slaves, didn't they? Ulpius, to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you, my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in what is it? Gan Eden. Oh, quest tracking. Ooh, we got a lot of quests. Okay, I'm just gonna explore for now. When I lose track of what I'm doing, I'll look at some quest tracking. Un momento. There we go. I wonder what playing this with a gun is like.
Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been.
That voice sounds very familiar. Let me in. Okay. I'll just let that person cry in peace, I guess. I don't know what they're crying about. Could be another slave or like hating their life. I wouldn't blame them.
And yes, no more shall you walk on eggshells. Yes. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe because the tyrant Sentius told you it was.
Hey, have you ever seen a flashlight before?
Yes. My first
Probably
act,
not,
my
'cause you're
first act as
stupid
magistrate,
old
thereby-
Roman.
I hereby
Get blinded.
announce, a day of
Okay, well, let's keys really look like that? It's probably very easy to pick locks back in the day. Okay, let's unlock these doors. Okay. Hey man. How's it going? Good form. Surprised your back stays so straight. Oh, it's hurting my back looking at this actually. One second, I want to put a pillow behind my back. Oh, there we go. How's it going? What's your name?
What now?
What's your story?
The name's Domitius.
Domitius.
You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Oh, I already talked to him.
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. But I worked in construction for 5 years and I didn't really stretch forever. And you know, I think I'd probably just, you know, fuck my back up forever, just slightly. Fair enough. You know a way out of
When
here.
Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
Let's change how. So what do you think about
I think
that?
it's gone on long enough. And Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
How's he gonna
He's
do
going to
that?
announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Scoliosis in your lower spine. Deteriorating disc disease in your future. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that. I mean, maybe? I don't know. I'm sure if you have scoliosis, you can probably just run your finger up your spine and feel it change. The only thing like I can actually feel is on my rib cage on my left side. As I run my fingers up, I can feel it jut out suddenly near the top. Don't know what that's about. What can you tell me now?
Because if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that.
Okay. Let's play both sides. Let's see what he's
We've already
wants.
lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Okay. They've lined up the votes. Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus, of course.
Of course.
If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
I don't know. I'll be going.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Always watching. Who's that man watching me? Okay, well, you know what? Let's,
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I wasn't, but now I am.
Contrary little cap at murder, aren't you?
Why shouldn't I go down there?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal. Why do I have to do everything round here?
Who's...
So, there was this
Okay.
guy called Hannibal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Funny accent.
Mm-hmm.
Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell.
Uh-huh.
One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right?
And what does that mean?
A few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And
I
it
think
was
I can beat
eating
it.
Hannibal.
I think I can win. You would think, but mine's only a slight bend to the left, not noticeable to the naked eye, but it's enough to show up on x-rays and pinch nerves. I mean, yeah, maybe I could have it then. I'm not sure. I haven't really ever gotten tested for that stuff. I should probably do like a big checkup. At some point soon. I don't know how to do that though. I'm sure I'll do that at some point in the future. I think I would just overwork myself into pinching something in my back. What'd you do?
Well, any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
That's a great story, but I'm gonna go down there
Well,
anyways.
weapon. Well, it's your funeral.
I love that person just speed walking in the background. Alright. Let's go see if there's a zombie down here. Hello? Got a flashlight. The first sign of danger, we hightail it out of here. What the fuck? Golden statue? Fuck you. It's one of the golden statues without gold on it. Peeled statue, oh god. I don't think they can swim. Woman. Oh, they're disrobing, I see. These might be climbable if only they could support my weight. That looks like a jumping puzzle. Oh, he wants to die, I see. Okay, you're not really that, like, crazy to deal with. I just kicked the shit out of you. Coin pouch. Oh, shit. That's a lot of money. You can't move? That's a lie. Because you can clearly turn your head. You got anything else on you? Oh. Ow, ow. Lunar lunar pendant? You can't follow me. Oh, just kidding, you can. Arrows, oh shit. What do I use arrows for? Hole in the wall there. Okay. Do I have an inventory? Get kicked. Okay, well. The guy made this like zombie seem more crazy than they actually are. Okay, wait, what's this way? Is this where I came in? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, there we go. We'll just leave that guy in the basement there. Inventory, there it is. What did I get? I got a... Wait, oh fuck, his corpse had something on it that I didn't pick back up. Take item.
Let me die. You.
Me? What about me? Lunar pendant. There's a Latin inscription on the back which reads, Send thy death. Send thy death. Okay. Looks like he's fucking been dead forever. Oh, this is a bad spot. Back up, back up. Crushed creature. Emancipated human-like creature spatted in gold. You chill? Okay, he's chill. Appears to have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. Back up, back up, back up. I'd kill you if I had a bow. I could shoot you with arrows, but... I don't think I will. I think I'm just gonna keep beating the shit out of you. With my foot. It's called your foot to my face style. Can't go this way. Let's just leave. Got a bunch of arrows, a bunch of money. I don't know what we can do with the money. There we go. The Roman style is... Ooh, okay. We're not gonna steal, because I'm sure stealing is breaking the law. And if we break the law, that's bad. Are you? Of course. Well, I don't know who you are. Hey,
Oh
lady,
my.
what are you doing?
I've never seen a lamp like that. Praise Apollo.
Okay. I guess I shouldn't have been this surprised.
Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, what is your story?
Why not? I'm in a hurry, lady.
Oh, a hurry, you say? Well, in that case, let's do it your way. You just
speed it
keep
up.
being yourself
Speed it up.
and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Exactly. How'd you end up here?
No, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you?
Did
end
you
up
somehow
here?
fall in a river? A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river unconscious sent me here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you.
It's an older name, not uncommon for where I come from. Yeah, it's just an older name.
Older. I see.
Lots of women have the name
Wondering.
Karen.
No.
Come on, spit it out. Hurry up, lady. No, what are you gonna say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too?
A couple of them.
You should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Fine. Alright, I'll do that.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
Who's Livia? Okay, what happened to her?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look,
Okay.
it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was
No,
too
it's
much
just
for
that
her.
she
There is a small chance
She asked people how they got here, and she learned.
Saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
I mean, it seems like everybody fell in a lake and then ended up here.
Thank you. Now,
Okay.
go and follow the thread of truth through
I'll
this
do that.
labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
This will prioritize the quest, showing its objective markers only. I'll see what I can do. Jeez, okay. Do you know way
I
out of
don't,
here?
I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one
Okay.
way or another.
Well, we know it's not a god, a Christianity god, because suicide is a sin, like I did, and the law didn't get broken. What do you think about it?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask
What does that
for
mean?
blessings, for good health,
Mm-hmm.
bountiful harvest,
Mm-hmm.
military victory,
Mm.
and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here,
How did they
it
get them,
seems
though?
they require much more of
You
us.
just place it somewhere?
I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Is there a short version?
I suppose so.
Give me a
Jupiter and
Spark
Mercury
Notes.
put a town to the test by disguising themselves as vagrants and asking for shelter there. Everyone turned them away and failed that test, except for an old couple named Baucis and Philemon, and so the gods gave them time to escape and granted them a wish, and then wiped that town off the map.
Jesus.
Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between
Just don't be an
hosts and
asshole.
guests. But I like to think
I can't.
that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
Yeah, that's good. Or perhaps it's the gods might kill you at any moment for failing their test, and they don't even have to tell you what the rules are. I was gonna say, there's no way they could have asked every single person in that city. It's like, what if there are more people that would have accepted? The old people couldn't have been like the last on the list. They might, yeah. At any moment for failing their test, and they don't even have to tell you what the rules
A
are.
cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
I can definitely be cynic sometimes. What's the status of the
It
election?
must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business.
Is time
It
actually
leads to
passing?
Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Who's allowed to
All of the
vote?
male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
Can I vote then?
Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no.
Bullshit, I'm stuck here with the rest of you.
Any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Fair. I know, bribes and stuff. What's your role?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Okay. Can I nominate somebody?
You
Because
can,
those...
assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. Certainly.
Okay. So we can get somebody else to
Come back to
go
me.
run for election. If you so choose. Can I park more? No, I can't. There's invisible walls. Oh. Okay. You look like you're in
So you
charge.
survived the system.
Oh.
Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
You have anything to talk about now that I've come back out of there?
What now?
No, you don't.
What?
Okay. I haven't even mentioned it lately. Sentius malleolus. Same excrement, different smells. Okay. So they're both shit, apparently. You Sentius? You are. Hey.
We're finally alone. I
You
assume
look evil.
already know who I know your name?
No, I'll never tell. Just kidding. That's
a
me.
curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and...
Did you, or did I just walk up to you?
First, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years.
Sorry, I just had to emote. It's beautiful.
More importantly, consider the
Hey, could you speak up? I can't hear you over the music.
built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Well, what if somebody wanted to get beat up? 'Cause obviously, like, fighting someone else is a sin, I guess. What if they're like, I consent to you beating the shit out of me? You think they'd be like, no, consent doesn't matter, I think it's wrong. Have I seen a city without sins? I can't say I
Nor could
have.
I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying.
It's the
If
gold rule.
even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods.
Okay, but do you know
and
exactly? Oh, okay, you do.
provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden.
Oh, you guys came up with that, okay.
It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grew more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
Day of
All
election.
that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule.
How do you
Why
know
else
that?
the Proserpina send you now? Unless you
Oh, that's
and I can
a
stop
fair
them,
assumption, I
our
would say.
doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Just like, how would there be people who... How would people live in this situation and not be like, oh, this is obviously true? I mean, like, there's statues of people in gold who stare at you when you aren't looking. And then there's also a zombie that is someone covered in gold that has flesh underneath. It's whatever. Stupid people do stupid things, and you're like, oh, they wouldn't exist in real life, would they? And then you see them in real life, and you're like, oh. What counts as sin?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide?
Okay,
As
well, we know
magistrate, I
suicide
have
is
to
off the
exercise
list.
leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the
Well,
gods
you know,
the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Romans actually, like... Did they totally believe the Zeus and stuff and all those guys? If so, like, which god? Don't all the gods, like, kind of have different vibes? I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral. And many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric?
What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world.
Slaves are illegal to
Rome
me.
is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years, she has borne great statesmen, philosophers.
You think it was pretty
poets,
chill to be in
artists,
Rome?
and engineers.
As long
We
as you
have
weren't
comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our
as long as you were a
citizens,
white man
which have unified
in those early
countless
years.
warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food
Mostly.
rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Well, it's mostly this. Don't your laws allow slave ownership?
Of course. What else would we
Yeah,
do with
of
those
course, but, like,
prisoners
that's
of war
fine.
who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Don't women have fewer rights than men?
Of course. But
Yeah,
with
of course,
fewer
that's also
rights
fine. What are you
come
talking
fewer
about?
Responsibilities and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Yeah, but they don't always do that. Do you persecute Christians?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
Yeah, but you killed, like, people who weren't part of it. They lived in Rome, but they weren't part of it. Don't you practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
I'm not gonna say this one because I feel like he'll just be like, yeah, they like consent to it. Well, I mean, maybe not all of them. Where I'm from, we consider those things to be abhorrent.
Right now, you're a long, long way from
No.
home.
No, I'm
I
not.
have made my
No.
pronouncement on the subject.
Whatever.
Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Okay. What do you mean when
You see, in my search
Persabrina
for a way to
sent
save
me?
my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the
Proserpina,
goddess of the
okay.
cycle of life and renewal.
Hmm.
It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past.
To play
And when I
shitty
saw you
games that suck
arrive in a
ass.
flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Okay, so he does understand. Yeah, I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become
Oh, you were all dead and turned to gold.
of this city?
You'd all be turned to golden statues.
I have imagined it. Our downfall.
Probably saw you.
1,000 times.
Probably pushed you around.
It still breaks my heart.
Probably tried to
that
kick
the
your body
truth-
off a bridge. How's a ritual
All I
work?
can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions.
Oh,
I
did you
have to
actually
recite a
summon
prayer,
her?
And of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I guess I didn't look. I did see human remains in the temple. I guess I did.
I assume that
Ooh.
was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I can't promise anything.
Well, thank you for your candor, I suppose.
Okay, so he Perform the ritual. Presumably when things went bad. He died, but he created that portal. And I stepped through it. I guess. And then send me back here. And then if things get bad, he needs to go perform the ritual, create the portal. And then I guess I do it again. Why can't you investigate?
I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal.
You're not wrong.
Well,
You're not
it
wrong.
pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends.
Yeah, people seem to
I
hate
fear
you.
I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, it seems like the other guy's obviously like a stupid leader. That's obviously bad. You are probably a bad leader, but it's just like, you hide it. Suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore?
No.
What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The
That
less
bird?
I prejudice the independence of your investigation,
Oh, it's a shadow
the
number.
better.
How do I know you're not the person
Me?
responsible?
Why would you suspect me? I've just told you. I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me?
I don't
of all
know.
people?
You could do it by accident.
I'm glad
Fair
you
point, I
think so.
guess. I don't
Without
think so.
trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Come on, tell me what you really think.
All right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly,
I mean,
their
obviously, they're a
selfishness
good
and
choice.
recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But, like, it could have been, like, an accident. Why can't we understand each other? I don't speak
You mean
Latin.
you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and
You're
shrines
speaking
hum with
American,
power
brother.
like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
Maybe? I guess. Awesome.
Indeed.
Poggers. Indeed. If I do this, will you help me get... okay. I don't need to ask that.
Ah, good.
That's all I had.
So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Well, I mean, I'll try.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city.
Okay.
Talk to everyone. Help them. if
Music's
you
kicking
win
up a
their
little bit
trust.
again.
I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alright, I'll get started.
One last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna look into your domicile immediately. Get blinded, get blinded, get blinded. Do you have anything to say about my flashlight? No. Okay. First off, check out this place.
Proof of a degenerate mind.
What are you on about? Just get some money. Hey man,
What is it, citizen?
you look like you would be a soldier. What's your
I'm a
story?
legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here.
Is that where italics come from?
So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others.
What happened to
making sure
his
they're all
other daughter,
behaving.
huh?
I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How'd you end up here? Did you
I'm
fall into
from
a
Liguria,
lake?
up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith.
That's
when
nice
the
of
crowd
you.
started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river.
And then you fell in the
blacked
river.
out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Okay,
don't
I
they?
see.
As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said,
Not always, but true. Most of the time.
Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
Who is Scintilla? You're not even gonna let me ask about that, okay. What are you telling me about the
He's one of
magistrate?
the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask
Is
for
that
much
why
more
they
than
have
that.
slaves? Okay, how do I get out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept
Did you
my
guys
situation.
all come here at the
To
same
bear
time?
trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Can I see the citizen
I don't see
register?
why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
I'm sure I will. Oh. Register of each person in the city in alphabetical order.
Don't mind me. I just live here.
Lady, I'm talking to somebody, thanks.
Of course.
One
All right.
second. Fine, enter your fucking room, Jesus. Let me keep talking to you.
What now?
Oh god, that's gonna be happening the whole time I'm talking to him, isn't it? What do you think of the golden rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a
Okay, he's muted
divine
too.
version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute their children, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's
There's
brutal,
like
of
a
course,
sign, like there's a
but
part of,
the Legion wouldn't
there's a
be the
part there
most
that's
formidable
correct.
force in the world without it.
where I come from, that would be considered a collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
That is very true, but it does help settle the aftermath. But I guess if the people committing the war crimes win, it doesn't really matter. It just kind of justifies how hard you can punish the evildoers in the end, if you really think about it. Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous. If you
Obviously,
like,
he's in favor about it. I don't need to ask that. Who are you gonna vote
not
for?
that it's any of your business. But my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today.
I
See,
mean,
Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage. But he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that slaves at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
I mean, I'm sure you could change it in some way. You're like a man of power,
I
whatever.
appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In
A
any
lot
case,
can be done in a
if
few
you're interested
hours.
in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia.
I've already done that.
All right?
Still don't know his name. Hey, lady, what's up? Wow.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you
Oh,
want?
is that guy? That's his name? You look like you... Did people actually, like, look this glam in Roman times? Like, they had plucked eyebrows and... I see she's got a zit, so they don't really do much besides... like, finer details. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do, like...
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly.
I was invited
here. What are you
here.
doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
How am I dressed? I'm not from around here.
I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs.
Just doing
now,
the rock.
remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Do you know way out of here?
What is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it?
You think
Well,
she
that's
escaped,
just a
okay.
Stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Hey, just because I have, like, closed up nostrils doesn't mean you can call me a mouth breather.
I don't
Looking
know.
out.
Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last hear?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was
I
seeing
think
someone?
so,
Was it that guy
yes.
that jumped?
But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Those Roman laws that guy was talking so well about, like, oh, what, they have less responsibilities. Yeah, but they have less agency also. Your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him
That
in
doesn't
80,
surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting.
I see.
Some good that's done.
Doesn't really care too much. Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
I don't think he's here anymore. Scintilla, Scintilla, why are your names
really
all
aren't
similar?
from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His
Yeah, it
family
definitely
name
seems
is
like that.
Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
Seems like a fucking awful naming structure. Just confuse everybody all the time. You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance. Jacques!
I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I'm gonna tell your father that you're the evil one. No. Just an
If you
observation.
must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
Who are you gonna trade off to? There's like barely anybody in this place.
So you'll help me find her?
Yeah, I'll try.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
Maybe. Maybe I will. I found this pendant in the cistern. Any idea who it was?
Oh no, that's Scintilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern?
Found it around the neck of a skeleton.
Oh gods, you mean she's...
I don't know, something about it doesn't seem right to
What
me.
do you mean?
I think that's... I'm just not sure how she could have been reduced to a skeleton after only 3 weeks.
Didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal?
Well, then that would be
Could
Hannibal,
it not
wouldn't
have
it?
attacked her too?
He did. What if, yeah, what if the skeleton was
What are you
Hannibal's?
saying? That somebody crept down there and put Centilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing?
I wasn't thinking that, but now I am. Since you specifically said it. I mean, perhaps they abducted her and want us to stop looking for her.
Who? Who could have a reason to do that?
Oh, God. Malleus, he'd do anything to hurt your father? I don't think he would do it like that. Domitus, he's a sleaze. He has better access to the cisterns than anyone, but yeah, but he's stupid. Ulpius, he was her secret lover, and he's clearly heartbroken. Perhaps they had a falling out? No, he definitely cared about her. Horatius, he had access to her amulet, and seems a little too cold and composed. That was the dude at the door. No, he seemed decent. Centius, perhaps he found out she had a secret lover. You would. Everyone seems to love her. And I bet that made you envious. No. She wouldn't have offered that information of someone planting it if it was her. So it's not her. I mean, he'd do anything to hurt your father. Does it make sense that he would do it like that? No, I feel like if he encountered that skeleton down there, he would be more accepting of the golden rule. I don't think it's him. He's too stupid. Definitely just wrong. He didn't really seem that cold and composed. I think that's just a soldier's mentality. I guess could be your father.
That is an extremely serious accusation. I take it you have something to back it up.
No, I'm just spitballing. It's more of a hunch. I'm still investigating.
So this is just baseless speculation then?
Yeah.
I've heard enough. I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself.
You're
Leave
the
me alone to grieve, you barbarian.
Bitch, you're the one who gave me the idea that it could be planted. How dare you bring these conspiracy theories here? Okay, whatever. Dear diary, Tim, my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets. I see. It's like, you should write on in your journal. Goes and reads it, and it's like, oh fuck, she's on to me. Wait, this is her room, right? Brass mirror. The brass has been polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. They did have makeup. I guess that does make sense. What are you doing? Oh. Scintilla to Centius and Sentia. May Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I'm sorry I have to leave you this way, but I found a way to escape and I must take it. I hope we'll meet again someday. You guys didn't look under her pillow? I mean, okay. Why would fuck? They like offered up the idea that she was like it was framed. That's definitely not her body. That is Hannibal, or whatever the guy's name was. What? Who are you? Okay, well, I don't know who's helping me, but keep exploring. Press tab to check your. I know. I'm just exploring. Chill out, game. I guess let's check the father's room. He's got a lot of money. I actually have more money than him. From Scintilla. I don't remember which one this is. Maximus, continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter. Thank you for making me your daughter and for the lovely but dependent. I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father, Cynthia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be reelected, I'm sure of it. Wait. For adopting her, okay. So wait, Cynthia is that lady I talked to. Scintilla is the one that's gone, and she was adopted. Okay. Interesting. Is there fall damage? A little bit. There's a little bit. Okay, stare into the sun. I will be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. We'll be quick. Okay, I was thinking about something, and then I forgot it. What did I think about? They said that that guy was going down there to look for treasures, right? So he found the amulet in the sewers. Probably. And then just took it. Because I don't think I saw any other bodies down there. Okay, well that seems like it. Ceramic bowl. Good ceramic bowl full of urine. Perhaps they're saving it for something like bleaching clothes. Ew. They just do this? They piss into a bowl?
Are they?
Hey man.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have any new...
What's your story?
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
What's a
It's a
decurion?
cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Fair. How'd you end up
My
here?
men
Was it
and
a
I
river?
were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge.
And the barge fell
Now,
into the river.
port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next
guys
thing I
all
knew, I
ended
was
up in the
waking up on a
river.
riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Yeah, some people mentioned a river, and then the person. Did you meet Karen? Did
I
you
was
tell her
elected
that
7
how
months
funny
ago,
she is in memes?
uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Very well.
But okay. That's some
How's it
question
there?
about my investigation. Never mind. What do you think about
I've
it?
had plenty of time to think about.
He thinks it's real, and I do believe it.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't really have anything to ask him about right now. Is time changing? I can't really tell. I love them just staring. Okay, God, there's a lot to explore. Why are there a lot of the same person?
Salve.
Wow, you're looking
Ah, a new face. Salve, and
very
welcome to our
zesty.
little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Okay. I did not notice any graffiti, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least
I'll
I
ask
was
about it, never mind.
back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from
What accent
collapsing on
is this?
people. That kind of thing.
Is that...
But you
you
probably
French?
don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place?
Fuck, so tell me
Oh,
about
I'm
the
glad
city.
you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Oh wait, no, fuck, I forgot. The Greek and Roman gods are different, aren't they not? Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built
Who
this?
really built this?
And could it be far older than any of us imagine?
Probably.
If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
I mean, some of the golden statues have their mouths freed. We try and do that. Tell me about the city's architecture.
Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts.
The
Those series
aqueducts.
of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's
I mean, yeah,
funneled
they're
below
cool.
the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake. and allows us to fish and farm.
Oh, you guys actually got fish down here. If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey,
That's a fair
not
question.
so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just please try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay. Try leaving through the aqueducts. That's not a bad idea. Tell me about the temple.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city.
Okay.
Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an
Just
obelisk
to make
out
it a little
front,
bit harder.
which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule?
Yeah, of course it is.
Somebody figures out a way inside. I
Suppose
suppose
we'll
we'll
never know. That is true.
Of course.
You know a way
You
out of here.
wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question.
I mean, yeah, of
But
course.
I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else.
Everybody
There
would
are
ask
much
that.
worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad.
I mean,
Nothing new to me, anyway.
it's kind of awful living under this pressure. At any moment, something could... You could all die because of some random person doing something stupid. What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
Okay, yeah, he is zesty. The Romans are very okay with people being zesty, I think. Didn't they have like mass orgies? And they were very okay with like homosexuality? What do you think about the
Some
Golden
people
Rule?
say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
Well,
I
the
mean,
gods aren't
once you've been here long
too high
enough,
and mighty.
you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm
I would
pretty
say the
sure
latter is
I
pretty...
know the difference. Do you?
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
Could be. How do you remove a god from power? That is a good question, yeah.
Best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
He's acting like he knows something, but I think he just doesn't know and wants me to figure it out. What was it? What
Oh.
graffiti?
It means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the Golden Rule.
Why does
Look,
someone think
I
that?
haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell. You like men? Oh, I see.
And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, My openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Go on.
In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Well, there's probably somebody here. Well, there's definitely Christians. Was it that lady up at the temple? Could be. Could be. But obviously, Christian rules aren't what this god's going by, because suicide was okay.
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too.
Oh, good.
The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person.
Just existing, probably.
I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
You're probably right.
If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
I'll look into it.
Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are.
We know where one of them
maybe
is.
Ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he
Oh
has a
shit.
vision.
Oh shit, they just cut me out of the cutscene to start the election. I am timed. Oh fuck, well. Well. I think we're fucked. Okay. I mean, it all depends on what.
What are you doing in here?
Wait, why aren't you going to the election?
She's been poisoned. She
Poison?
needs the resin of a plant called silphium, but that Culus cubulatus decius won't give it to me.
I wish I could help.
It's too late. She just slipped away.
Oh. What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing.
I might have come a little late.
Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner.
Sorry.
So I ran over
Every
there,
time they do like an
but he
over
just looks at me with this
acting
evil smile
reaction, I
and
can't help
says,
but copy.
"That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here.
Yeah, the golden rule.
So all I could do is come back
Watch her
here,
die. I
and
kept on
now I'll
apologizing.
never
Never
know
really
who
poisoned her. Why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes.
Well, unless you have the power to
Bring back the
me
dead.
that silphium resin, I'm going to have another patient.
Get the resin. Okay, I need to go to the election. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna go in now. Election is happening. Where is it? I hear them talking. Oh, they're fucking voting already.
You have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
Damn. Look at this guy. He
I said, hail,
looking a little
Magistrate
zesty
Malleolus.
as well.
That's
Is that
more like
Sisyphus? How did he get up here?
Thank you. I am delighted.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna fucking just turn this down.
And deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the
I can't wait for this to turn sour immediately. Okay.
The golden rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crime.
Okay, of course he's obviously like gonna kill
His
him immediately.
sentence, to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
How many packs this guy got? About 6.
No idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
Ignore her and kill this man.
You'll doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's
Okay,
fable,
we'll see, we'll see.
exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear.
I can't wait for this to be
Shut up.
brought down immediately as soon as he strikes him once.
I'm gonna enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, fuck. Okay, they're alive. Oh, yeah, and gold. Oh, I gotta follow him. Follow him back to the shrine and use the portal again. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Everything turned grayscale. Don't shoot me. I like actually dodge with my hips. Oh fuck, he turned into goo already. I mean, he activated the portal. Ah, you know what? Fuck it. Okay, so that's what happens when you break the golden rule. The statues come to life and turn everybody to gold. Makes sense. Oh, tap P to enter photo mode. Ah. So that's the main mechanic of this game. Hey, man.
Salve, friend.
I'm Corvax, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius. You're about to offer to take me on to see Sentius so you can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What? What the fuck is this? Zipline handlebar. Okay.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And
I mean,
if it
sure.
doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Probably.
Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going now. He's like, oh wow, you convinced me that I was drunk. Can I land on that? Take this thing. Okay, there we go. I feel like that's a good place. Do we want to stop or do we keep playing? You know what? I'm gonna cut my YouTube video here. This game is good. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna hit a slash marker and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Slash marker end P1. Bye bye, YouTube.